I know you're probably like, didn't she just go live earlier? I'm trying to catch up, y'all. So let me start off this segment with prayer. God, first and foremost, I just want to thank you for what you are doing because I see it. Thank you, God, for an awesome music ministry and Bible study on Bigo Live this morning. And thank you for allowing me to come back here and recap. I just pray that you bring whoever it is that you have assigned to me in this season, and that you speak through me. Humble my spirit so it's none of me and all of you, and just give them confirmation outside of my life, outside of YouTube, so that they will know that what you're saying in this season is coming from you for them and hanging up. Nothing to do with PatriciaMGoins. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So, I wanted to come back because God has really been putting it in my spirit to start really getting back to reading the Bible. I went through a horrific season. For those of you who follow me, you remember with my passing of my dad and my daughter being so ill and me thinking that was a wrap and just all the stuff I've been going through. Jesus, it's been 12 months of craziness. But God told me the other day to get back to reading the Bible. He said, get back to putting me first, and I will stay and still the storms in your life. And so that's what I started doing, right? And so, today I continued with chapter 9 in uh, in the book of First Samuel, chapter 9. And so um, when I'm reading about Saul and Samuel, right? So the way the story goes is Saul, the donkeys get away, you know, and I'm sure that was a big catastrophe for them, right? Because they lost their donkeys, and that was part of their livestock. So to lose something of importance it feel like a catastrophe. So the father sends Saul out and says, "Listen, Saul, I need you to go and get them donkeys. You and the servant go find them donkeys, right?" So they going from city to city, to town, trying to find these daggone donkeys that then ran away. Which this is a big thing for them. This is a big situation. Probably feels like a tornado in their life. They going from city to city. Hey, if you seen my donkeys, has anybody seen the donkeys? We can't find the donkeys. But anyway, in the midst of this, God on the other end of the spectrum, God had already told Samuel, listen, you're about to meet a man. You're about to meet someone, and I want you to get this person because they are going to lead the people. This person that's going to come into your life. He is going to lead the people, and I'm gonna let you know when you meet him. So God already knows that Saul is coming. Saul don't know. Because Saul can only see the problem in front of him. All he can see is he can't find these daggone donkeys. So the servant that's with him is like, well, let's go over to this other town. But Saul is worried about his daddy. He's like, well, we need to get back because soon daddy gonna stop worrying about the donkeys. He gonna start worrying about us. But the guy, no, we need to keep going. So he ends up meeting up with Samuel. Saul still don't know what's going on. Right? He still has no idea what's going on. So Samuel knows because God had already told Samuel about Saul. But Saul don't know. So Samuel, when they meet and what's going on, and Samuel tells Saul, "Hey, I need for you to come and eat with me up here, and don't worry about them donkeys that you're looking for. Them donkeys have been found." Now, mind you, Saul ain't told Samuel nothing about no donkeys, so he don't even know. Like how Saul probably in his mind, like, how you know we looking for donkeys? I ain't told the man yet. I'm trying to get to the point of asking him about if he's seeing some donkeys, but I ain't saying that. But Samuel's like, don't worry about the donkeys. I need for you to come up here and feast with me. And then Saul is like, wait a minute, hold up. I'm the lowest of the totem pole of the family. Do you know my family poor? We live over there living off of chasing up donkeys. You want me to come and sit with you at the top and feast with you like I'm somebody important? Mm. So when he goes to feast with him, he brings him this platter. He says, um, "This has been saved for you for this appointed time." And that took me to what the live was about today on Big Alive. You're not late. I don't care what storms the enemy has been throwing it. The enemy been throwing them. Oh my God. So the enemy been boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh God, I can't get, I'm trying to get out. You know, he been boom, boom, boom. But he's not going to be able to stop what God has for you. Because see, God has spoken into somebody's ear about you. God has told somebody about who you are. You don't even know who you are. But God has told someone. And God has said at this appointed time, this person is going to enter into your atmosphere, into your life. And when they do, this person is of importance. And so I need for you to take them up under your wing, and I need for you to open doors for them, and I need for you to do the things that I'm going to tell you to do for them, because this person is important, because their assignment is important. Jesus. Don't let the enemy distract you and make you think that you are not going to get to where he has said that you're going to get to. The visions and the dreams and the goals and the stuff. Don't let all those tornadoes and storms and craziness and jealousy. Don't let stuff stop you from trusting God. You're going to get to where you're supposed to get to, because you have a divine appointment. Like I was telling the people on Bigo Live, we're on this journey because God has placed us on this journey. And the journey ain't all about you. The journey is about you and the people who are connected to you. See, there's people that you're going to meet along this journey who you are their missing piece. They can't do what they need to do without you. You're important. And so because you are important, you've got to continue on this journey, and you got to trust God. Stop looking at the back there. Let go, forgive. You got to forgive, y'all, so you can get up out of that prison, because you got somewhere to be at an appointed time. But you ain't got to worry, because you're not going to be late, because whatever needs to happen in your life to get you so you can be there, God going to make sure it happens. You're not late. So stop looking at the people next door, or the people down the street, or all the people who are doing the same thing that you feel like you're trying to do, and you feel like they're further ahead of you. You got an appointed time. Stop worrying about other people. Stop looking at what other people are doing and how they're succeeding and all this, that, and the other, and da-da-da-da-da. See, the only reason why God even told Samuel to go find Saul was because the people wanted a king. They didn't want to keep God, bring everything to God. They didn't want God to be their leader. They needed a human being. They wanted a king to rule over them, because everybody else had somebody. People down the street in that kingdom, they got people. They got a king. The people across the street got a king. People in that city got a king. How come we can't get a king? We good enough for a king, And then Samuel tried to tell him, listen, God said you don't need nobody but him. But we want a king. The people over there and around across the land got a king. Everybody want to be like the Jones. You worried about what everybody else got, what they got going on. Instead of trusting your own journey. You're not late. You're going to be exactly where God told you to be at the time he told you to be there. You're not going to be a second late. And the enemy is not going to be able to throw nothing at you. The only thing that can stop you from being at your appointed place and appointed time is when you stop trusting God. And you start running in the opposite direction like Jonah, and trying to run over there around the way because you just don't want to do what God has told you to do. Guess what? You still going to do it, right? It might take you a little bit longer to get there, If God said that there's a person that you got to meet before you turn 50, you're going to meet that person. Even if you try to run the other way, you're going to have to go through some beat downs and stuff, to the point that you be like Jonah and running back to wherever God told you to go, because God said you got an appointed time, but you're not late. So that's all I want to say. My daughter got food, and I ain't about to be. I'm so happy that my baby made it through.
I didn't buy it.
I'm just happy that my baby made it through the roughest season of our lives, and she came out on the other side of that. God is so good. I made it to the other side. So now I'm in this point now where I just pray, divine prayer, first thing in the morning, and I'm back in my word, and I'm back smiling and happy, and I got past that storm. That's why I can come to you and say, No weapon formed against you shall prosper. That's why I can say you are not late. This is your divine moment in time to connect with me. I ain't late either. But I had to go through that storm to even get to this point to be able to talk to you, to encourage you, and to say whatever the vision, the dream, the goal that God gave you at the beginning of your journey, that's still going to come to pass. And you're going to meet the connection of the people that you're supposed to meet to help that journey, that thing come to fruition. And you're not late. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And that's a promise. But I don't like to do these long because I don't even like looking at long videos. So I'm not going to be up here long. That's all I wanted to say. Tomorrow I'm going to get back on Bigo Live and we're going to read chapter 10, 1 Samuel chapter 10. I'm loving this, y'all. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Peace and love to you.